So it seems that Japanese developers are finally waking up the fact that Nintendo is completely destroying PlayStation in Japan. So for a while, PlayStation has been being destroyed by Nintendo Switch, but developers refuse to put games in Nintendo Switch because of more graphics. Because that's the most important part of the game, right? When it really isn't. But it seems that they finally realized that the Switch and Switch 2 are better choices to port games on the system than the PlayStation. It seems that they're finally waking themselves up and realizing this, which is why you see Square Enix supporting the Switch 2, and now Capcom possibly entering the Switch 2 as well. This will be no one surprised that the Switch 2 is capable of animated games now and good for the FPS, which, yes, it isn't great as my PC or my Steam Deck, but the thing is the Switch 2 is the cheaper alternative. Even in the US, if you buy the PS5, it is $550. That's for the base PS5. I know the digital only version is cheaper, but no one wants to buy digital only version, a digital only console. But the Switch 2 is for $50. Even with Mario Kart 8, not Mario Kart 8, Mario Kart World is still cheaper than the PS5 plus Stellar Blade as well. Okay, when a console costs 80,000 yen, and and of course it costs of software and monthly subscriptions is way more expensive. And yes, is much, and this is why Nintendo's gonna win against Sony at the very end. And also you have to pay for online and both PlayStation and the Switch 2. But the thing is, the Switch 2 is $20. PlayStation is like $70 per year. Okay, so the Switch 2 is already much cheaper than the PS5. And also the Switch 2 you get a bunch of old games for free, and the PS5 you get Stellar Blade, and you're stuck with Stellar Blade. You get Stellar Blade with the PS5. Okay, but it seems that they're finally starting to wake up and realize that they sort of put Monster Hunter Wilds on Nintendo. They sort of, hey, they have this console with a huge user base, but we're more worried about more graphics and actually putting the games on the console. Okay, but it seems that we have won as well. And I'm saying about more, and of course even they say more graphics. Okay, but most third-party games can run well on the Switch too. More graphics is not an issue now. Okay, Cyberpunk is one of the best selling Switch 2 games, and it can run very well on the Switch 2 as well. And we have seen footage of games like Final Fantasy running very well on the Switch 2 on 30 to 50 FPS, which that means the game is not massively dipping to like 1 FPS like they claim it will be, because it isn't more Steam Deck. Goodbye.